Honestly, I just use the son of a...
What the?
Stay here. What are you doing, Kurt?
It's nice to see you too, bro.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning, man.
Yeah. Sorry. Can I come in? I just need a place to stay for the night.
Lindsay is going to kill me.
We agreed we weren't going to do this anymore, Brian. He's taking advantage of you.
He's my brother. What am I supposed to do?
Let him deal with his own problems. Even if it means letting him fall.
How pissed is she?
Good night, Kurt.
Can't even fold a blanket.
Sergeant Montgomery.
My blanket smells like pot.
What?
I told you, Brian. I told you not to let him stay here. Brian!
Maybe he was just with someone else who was smoking.
Right.
Lynn, I can't. I got a lot of work to do. We'll talk about this when I get home. Lynn.
Fine.
That didn't sound good. Everything okay?
It's Kurt. He showed up at 2 o'clock this morning, said he needed a place to stay. Lindsay says the blanket he used smells like pot now.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't want to turn him away. I mean, he's my brother. I love him. But if he's doing drugs, I gotta say something, right?
Yes, you do. You don't have to be a jerk about it, but he needs to know that he's putting you and Lindsay in a difficult position. And that's not okay.
Do you think I should turn him in?
If you actually found pot on him, or saw him smoking, then of course.
I didn't. Lindsay just smelled it on the blanket.
It's still reportable since he has a clearance. Whether or not he's actually doing drugs, he shouldn't be hanging around with other people who do.
It's just hard. When our parents died, I became responsible for them, you know?
Aren't you gonna eat?
Why couldn't you go back to your own place last night?
Well, I don't really have a place anymore.
What does that mean? How do you not have your own place anymore?
Landlady kicked me out. Sort of forgot to pay the rent last month. And the month before.
Forgot. Or didn't have the money.
Do you think Lindsay would be too mad if I stayed with you guys until I find another place?
You already know the answer to that. Especially after she smelled pot on our blanket this morning.
Oh. Well, I went to this party and...
I don't want to hear it. You're a GS employee. You have a clearance, Kurt. You're in a testing position. You can't screw around. What? You think no one notices when you come in late? When you come in looking and smelling like this?
Hey, I only go to a party every once in a while. And I'm not even the one smoking.
Yeah. That's why you have no money to pay rent. Right? Look, you're putting me in a very difficult position. You're putting both our careers in jeopardy here. But you're my brother, and I love you. And I want to help you. It's gotta go both ways, though.
Okay.
You can stay with Lindsay and me until you scrape together enough cash to get your own place. If you stay away from the parties, the drugs, whatever. Go to the EAP and get help if that's what you need. I care about you, Kurt. I don't want to have to choose between my brother and the Air Force, but that's the situation you're putting me in. And if you continue doing what you're doing, you leave me no choice. I have to report you.
What about Lindsay?
You let me worry about Lindsay. You just worry about your own end of the bargain.
Okay. It's a deal.
Okay?
Are you gonna report him?
What he's doing, it's not fair to anyone. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to the Air Force. It's not fair to Kurt. He needs to get his life together. And helping him avoid consequences is only going to encourage him to continue his behavior. Right?
Whatever you decide, I'll support you.